Hey everyone, my name's Megan and I'm part of the customer success team. Today I will be showing you how to create pens and I'll also be going over the different movements that you can do. So adding cattle to those pens, moving cattle from one pen to another, selling out cattle, and recording cattle deaths. So let's just jump right in. Um, right now we're on the overview page. So where we'll go to create your pens is the pens tab on the left hand side of your screen. And here on the upper right hand side, you'll click Add Pen. Now from here, you'll see your pen ID and pen type. Those two boxes need to be filled out. So your pen ID is just the name of the physical location of where your cattle are going to be held. So let's just type in pen 16. And really it could be East Pen, West Pen, Pen 1, Pen 2, just however you distinguish those pens on your feedlot. So then if you click the pen type white box, a drop down will appear, and here you'll have four options: open, closed slats, closed bed pack, and other. I'm just going to choose open, and then we'll hit save on the upper left hand side of your screen. Now if we scroll all the way down, you'll see pen 16. Now pen 16 doesn't have any head in there currently because we haven't added head yet. So let's go ahead and do that right now. We'll click the overview tab on the left hand side and then plus minus head on the upper right hand side. Now here you'll see your four actions: added, sold, death, and moved. Let's go ahead and click added. And here you'll see a bunch of gray boxes, and then if you look a little bit down the screen, you'll see pen select and group ownership. So all of these will need to be filled out. So let's just go ahead and put in a group ID. And this is going to be the name of your cattle. So completely different from your pen ID. So if you hit the group ID white box and then select new group, we're just going to do group 16A. And then the date, we'll just choose today's date, but you can backdate any added head. Then we'll put in the head count. Just going to do 100. And now the total purchase cost and total purchase weight, that's going to be on a group basis, not a per head basis. So, and if you don't know those figures yet, then you can just put in a 1. But these two boxes need to be filled out for sure. And if you just put a 1 in, you can later on go back and put in those actual figures. So nothing's set in stone. Now, if you look down from the total purchase weight, you'll see trucking cost. If you don't have a trucking cost, don't worry about it, leave it blank. And then the next thing that we come to is source. So if you click that white box, a drop down will appear. Click on new source, and here is where you got the cattle from. I'm just going to put in sale barn. And then we'll also put in the origin state. Now the left-hand side is done. Now let's work on the right-hand side. We'll see rate of gain. I'll just put in a random figure. This is going to be on a pounds per head per day basis. And then yardage. Again, these are just going to be random numbers. And this is going to be on a per head per day basis. So then management fee is the next thing that you come to. If you don't have a management fee, don't worry about it. That one can be left blank, as well as interest. I'll just put 4% interest. And then cattle condition, breed, and gender, they will all be a drop-down list that you can choose from. So cattle condition, you have green, medium flesh, heavy flesh. I'm just going to choose green. And then breed, you can select multiple breeds. I'll just do other. And then gender. So gender, again, you can select multiple genders. I will tell you that the program doesn't know how many steers and how many heifers are a part of this group. So if you do want those split out right off the bat, then just add them in individually. Add in a group of steers and then add in a group of heifers at separate times with a different group name. So if you were just wanting to split out the steers, you could do group 16S, or for heifers, do group 16H. I'll just keep it at group 16A. I have two genders selected. Now from here, we want to place them in a pen. So we'll click the red Select Pen button. If we scroll all the way down, you'll see our pen 16. And 100 head will be going into pen 16. But if this group are actually going into two different pens right off the bat, then you hit the green Add Pen button and another line to where you can select what pen and then how many head go in that pen. Same with ownership. Click the red Select Owner button. Drop down will appear. Choose Chad, and he owns 100% of this group. So if you have another owner, click the Add Owner button. Another line appears to where you can select the other owner and then put in the percentage of ownership. So once these boxes are filled out, we can hit Save on the upper left-hand side of your screen. Let's scroll down and you'll see pen 16 with group 16A, and there's 100 head in pen 16. So now let's move cattle around. So if we hit plus minus head on the upper right-hand side, select Moved. It's loading. Okay, so the date, again, you can backdate any movements, but I'm just going to choose today's date. Select the group ID, select what pen they're coming from and what pen they're going to. I'm going to place mine in pen 14, and we'll just move 50 head. And at the bottom of the page, you'll see a notes section. There you can write any notes about the movement if you would like. But then we'll go ahead and hit Save on the upper left-hand side of your screen. Scroll down, and here you'll see group 16A is in pen 14 and pen 16. So that was successful. Now let's go ahead and hit plus minus head again, and let's do one more movement. So let's move them today, group 16 from pen 14. Let's just put them in pen 1. And we'll do 10. Click Save. And here you'll see in pen 1, group 16A is also mixed in with group 34. Now that does not mean that the two groups are merged. They're still going to be separate groups. So I have group 16A in pen 1, pen 14, and pen 16. So now let's go ahead and sell some cattle out. So we'll hit the plus minus head, sold, and the date they got sold. Again, you can backdate any sold movements. Select what group they're coming from, and then what pen. Let's just do 16, and you can choose the destination. That's totally optional. It's just for your records. So if you want to put in a destination, you can, and then we'll do a head count. Now, pay weight and total gross, those are going to be for the entire head of cattle that you sold out. It's not going to be on a per head basis. So I'm just going to put in some random numbers. And if you don't know what the pay weight is or the total gross income, then you can just put a 1 in there and we can go back and edit those numbers when you get the right figures. And that's going to be talked about in a future video, so make sure you stay tuned for how to edit those numbers. So from here, sales expense and hedges, those are totally optional. So if you don't have any expenses or hedges, just leave those blank. And then there's a note section, again, at the bottom of your page if you want to make any notes about the sold movement. So we'll hit Save. You'll notice that now I only have 40 head in pen 16, 40 head in pen 14, and then still the 10 head in pen 1. And they're still a part of that same group. Now let's go ahead and record a death. So plus minus head again on the upper right-hand side of the overview page. Click on death, select the date, the group, as well as the pen. You'll need to put in a head count for this. And then cause is totally optional for you. And then again, there's a notes section. Hit save. They're coming out of pen 1. So you'll see group 16A now only has 9 head. So yeah, that was a brief overview of how to move cattle around and how to create pens. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call or tag us on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat with a question, and we'll get back to you right away. And if you have any future, any topics for future webinars, please let us know. Like we want these videos to benefit you, so don't hesitate to call us or tag us on social media and ask us to do a video about a different topic. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you got something out of it. And we will see you in 2 weeks for our next webinar that's going over how to track inventory. So stay tuned for that. Bye.